Hello everyone, and welcome back to another session on daily current affairs by SSB Crack Exams. So today's session will be taken by me, Chetana Purav. So let's begin, and let me give you a brief introduction about SSB Crack Exam. So this is a one-stop solution for all major defense-related examination. You can find various courses related to them. For detailed information, you can visit our website learn.ssbcrackexams.com. For more videos on defense related exams and daily current affairs, follow our YouTube channel SSB Crack Exams and also follow us on Instagram SSB Crack Exams. You can also download SSB Crack Exams Android app from Google Play Store to get instant notification regarding the updates. So let us move ahead. First of all, we will start off with the question of the day, which was from yesterday's session. I asked you guys what is the objective of Smart Cities mission in India. So I have seen the comment section and I have seen one or two answers. So the correct answer to this question is, see, the government of India has launched the Smart Cities mission on 25 June 2015. It was launched on this date. The objective is to promote sustainable and inclusive cities that provide care, infrastructure, and give a decent quality of life to its citizens, a clean and sustainable environment, and application of smart solutions. Okay, so this was the main objective of Smart City mission in India. Now let us move ahead and we'll discuss the news one by one. First of all, Raksha Mantri Shri Rajnath Singh reviews contribution of DPSUs and OFB. DPSUs is nothing but Defense PSUs, Defense Public Sector Undertakings, and OFB Ordnance Factory Board. So Shri Rajnath Singh reviewed contributions of Defense Public Sector Undertakings and the Ordnance Factory Board to fight COVID-19 and their operational plans through video conference. Raksha Mantri directed them to prepare contingency plans for resumption of operations after the lifting of lockdown or once the lockdown is over nationwide, compensate for the lost working time to the extent possible and ramp up the production processes. Now moving on to the next news. UIDAI allows Aadhaar updation facility through CSCS. So what is this UIDAI? Unique Identification Authority of India, which has allowed the Common Service Centers, that is CSCs, under the Ministry of IT and Electronics to begin with Aadhaar updation facility at their 20,000 different CSCs, which operate as banking correspondents, said Union Minister for Communications, MEIT and Law and Justice, Shri Ravi Shankar Prasad. So there are many Aadhaar updation centers in various branches of various banks. So they will be used as common service centers. He urges the CSCs to start the Aadhaar work with responsibility and as per instructions issued by UIDAI in this regard. UIDAI has set June this year as the deadline for the commencement of work. Now, let us move towards next news. So EPFU, which is Employee Provident Fund Organization, settles about 13 lakh claims, including 7.4 lakh COVID-19 related claims under PMGKY, that is Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Yojana package. Employees Provident Fund Organization under Union Ministry of Labour and Employment. Remember one thing, whenever I talk about any organization, I also talk about the ministry under which it comes. So do remember that, because sometimes questions can be asked that, for example, under which ministry does EPFO works or comes. Okay, so remember the ministries as well. So Union Ministry of Labour and Employment has settled a total of 12.91 lakh claims, including 7.4 lakh COVID-19 claims, like I said, under PMGKY package. This also involves a dispersal of a total amount of rupees 4684.52 crores, which includes 2367.65 crores on just COVID-19 claims under PMGKY package, which is a great boost and help for the poor section of the society and basically the PMGKY beneficiaries. Moving on to our next news. Actions to facilitate interstate border movement of trucks which carry especially essential goods. So Shri Gadkari, who is the Minister of our country, calls for urgent action to facilitate interstate border movement of trucks and lorries carrying essential goods specifically to ease public life during COVID-19 pandemic. States and union territories urged to expedite land acquisition and utilize funds worth rupees 25,000 crore allocated for the purpose to help regain momentum in road construction through land acquisition. We all know that the rate of road construction in India currently is at all-time high. Now, Sri Gadkari stressed upon speeding up proactive decision making to accelerate economic development, for which transport facilities obviously they serve as the backbone of the economy, planning to enhance national highway construction on a much higher scale with 2 or 3 times higher than the current level. App based two-wheeler taxi operations, especially in rural areas, to be launched. For example, recently, you must have heard about Kisan Rath app, right? So on that basis only, on that level also, only, an app-based two-wheeler taxi operations must be started in rural areas. A stress on that has also been given by the minister. Now, the next international news comes from Asian Development Bank. So India signs $1.5 billion worth of loan with Asian Development Bank to support India's COVID-19 immediate response. The Government of India and the Asian Development Bank signed today as in 28th of April 2020, signed a $1.5 billion loan that will support the government's response to COVID-19 pandemic, focusing on intermediate priorities such as disease containment and prevention, as well as social protection for the poor and economically vulnerable sections of the society. Okay, now moving on to the next news. So there have been record fertilizer sales during nationwide lockdown period. Even in the lockdown period, we have already discussed in previous sessions that IFCO, who is a major supplier for fertilizers, manufacturer for fertilizers, it is working at their 100% capacity, and they have been asked to work at 100% capacity so that there is no problem, or farmers in Kharif season should not face any particular problem. So amid nationwide lockdown due to COVID-19, Department of Fertilizers, Ministry of Chemicals and Fertilizers has had a record sale of fertilizers to farmer community. During the time period 1 to 22nd of April 2020, sale of fertilizers of two farmers was 10.63 lakh metric ton, which is 32% higher than the last year's sale of just 8.02 lakh metric ton during the same period, right? So this is a very good growth. During 1 to 22 April, again in the same period, dealers purchased around 15.77 lakh metric ton fertilizers, which is 46% higher than last year's sale of 10.79 lakh metric ton during the same period. Okay, so there have been a significant growth in this particular sector of the sector. Now, the next news is again from Smart Cities Mission. This time it is from Agartala. Previously we heard a news from Varanasi where drones were used for surveillance. Now in Agartala, Smart City uses mobile kiosk for COVID-19 sample collection. So Agartala Smart City has designed and handed over a mobile COVID-19 sample collection kiosk to city's Chief Medical Officer or CMO. So this is the mobile kiosk sample collection center, which you can see in here in the image. The best part about these mobile collections centers is that they ensure protection to the sample to the sample collecting doctor, whoever is collecting the sample, and it prevents the wastage of personal protection equipment, which is the need of the hour currently. This initiative is a major step taken by Agartala in fight against COVID-19 for obvious reasons. Now moving on to our next news. So India to be self-reliant by the end of May this year in producing rapid test and RT-PCR diagnostic kits. We all know that RT-PCR is a gold standard for testing of coronavirus currently, as recommended by ICMR. The country will be self-reliant by the end of May 2020 in producing indigenous rapid tests, that is India-made rapid tests and RT-PCR diagnostic kits. We won't have to import them anymore. Dr. Harshvardhan exhorts scientists to speedily develop COVID-19 mitigation solutions. Now, he also said that at least half a dozen candidate vaccines are being supported, of which 4 are in an advanced stage of testing. That is 12 uh, probable vaccines are under a research process, and out of these 12, 4 are in advanced stage. So hopefully, let's see if any vaccination comes soon. Moving on to our next news. So 11th session of Petersburg Climate Dialogue held virtually for the first time. Petersburg Climate Dialogue witnessed India along with 30 other countries deliberating over ways and means to tackle the challenge of reinvigorating economies and societies after COVID-19. Because economy has been impacted in a very adverse way after COVID-19, while enhancing collective resilience and catalyzing climate action, while also supporting in particular those who are most vulnerable to the situation right now. From India, Prakash Javadekar, who is the current Minister for Environment, Forest and Climate Change, he represented and said in the meeting that today, as the world is unitedly engaged in fighting a vaccine for novel coronavirus, likewise, we should have climate technology as open source, which must be available at affordable cost, which is a very good initiative and very positive opinion by the minister. Now, moving on to our last update for today. So we'll just check up on the current COVID-19 status in India. So as of 29th of April, 8 a.m., the number of active cases has risen to 22,629. The number of cured has also increased, which is again a very good sign. That is, it has gone to 7695. Unfortunately, the death toll has hit the 1,000 mark. It is 1,007 as of now. Now it's time for quiz time. So let's start with the questions. Which among the following is not a DPSU of India? Your options are BHEL, BEL, BDL, OFB. So the correct answer is BHEL, Bharat Heavy Electricals Limited. It is not a DPSU, it is just a PSU. BEL, Bharat Electronics Limited, is a DPSU. BDL, Bharat Dynamics Limited, is also a PSU. OFB, Ordnance Factory Board, is also a DPSU. So all these are DPSUs and BHEL is not. Now moving on, the next question is, what is the full form of UIDAI? Your options are, we have discussed this in today's session only related to Aadhaar. So the correct answer for this is option B, Unique Identification Authority of India. The next question is, the provision for special withdrawal from EPF scheme for COVID-19 is part of which of the following scheme? There are various schemes under which you can, among these, there are one scheme in which you can, there is a provision for special withdrawal of EPF, Employee Provident Fund, for COVID-19 specially. So the correct answer for this is PMGKY. We have already discussed this in today's news. Now moving on to our last question for the day. Who represented India in the 11th session of Petersburg Climate Dialogue? And options are S. Jaishankar, Foreign Minister of India, Rajnath Singh, the Defense Minister, and Prakash Javadekar, who is the current Minister of Environment and Forest and Climate Change. So the correct answer for this is, of course, Prakash Javadekar, who represented India in 11th session of Petersburg Climate Dialogue, which held virtually. Okay guys, now it's time for the question for the day. What is the Petersburg Climate Dialogue? If you know the answer, please write in the comment section. The correct answer for this will be told in the next session. So till then guys, be safe, take care, thank you, and Jai Hind.